In the Python playlist, till now we have covered about different type of looping. We have talked about if else leaf, for loop, break and continue statement, try and exit statement, how to define a new functions and then while loop. Today we are going to talk about how to manipulate strings or string manipulation using Python. So what is a string? String is a certain alphabet that is written. That is the alphabetic. Not in the numeric form we are talking about currently. We are talking about the alphabet. That's a string. So string can be any sort of name as well. Suppose my name Sriparna, that can be a string as well. So first we have calculated a variable that is the name where the string that is the first name that of my that has been passed. Now this is the string that has been created by this variable. So in this string there are different letters are there, but suppose in this string we need to print out the first letter. So this particular string will be indexed in something like that. There's the first letter will be indexed in the zero position. This will be the first position of the letter. This particular letter R will be in the first position in the string. So it will start from 0, then it will be 1, it will be 2, then 3 in such fashion. So if we create another variable name as letter, and in that letter we are passing the first letter by defining at 0 position. So it is the first position that will be the we say it the first letter, but actually it will be in the 0 index position. So name, in that variable name we are passing the 0 value. So what I'm now trying to print, I'm just printing what is the first letter, and that is this particular variable has been passed over here, right? So this is how the first letter can be identified. If you change this particular thing, so it will be, suppose I am making it 1, so then R will be printed out, that is will be the second letter. And this particular print statement is there just to segregate different subparts of the problem. In that problem different parts are there, so just segregating it, this particular line is there. So whenever you are going to go into the command prompt, you are going to understand which particular part belongs to which particular, or which particular result is belong to which particular part or sub part of the program. Now in this string, suppose we need to find out the length of the string. So the function is len, and we are printing the length by this particular code, right? That is the length len, and within that len this particular variable where the string is given, that has been passed. Now printing the length, and this is to segregate the sub parts of the code. Now I am creating another string by the surname of me. So another string, suppose the name is name2, that contains the surname of me, that is the Saha, and that is another string basically. Now suppose I need to add or join the two strings. So how I can do that? So first string is, just check, this is the variable name, and between my first name and my surname I want to give one space. So I, to create the space, I have given this thing that is within quotation a blank, that will create the space between my first name and the surname. Then this is the string that contains the surname of me. Now I am printing the full name of me, right? Now suppose I want to check whether a specific letter is present in the string, yes or no. That has been done over here. Now I'm checking whether this particular letter 8 is present in the name, yes or no. So just check, this name variable is this thing. So in that name variable that contains Triporna string, this particular string doesn't have 8 letter, right? So its result should be not found, right? But in this name 2, there is a H letter. So if I change this name to name 2, the result should be found. But for the initial case, this variable is name where the string is Triparna. So H is not found over here. So else statement will be executed and print will be not found. Now, so these are the string that is contains Triparna Shaha and the total name has been printed by this particular line. Now suppose I want to insert new lines between a string. So I want to print Sriparna in one particular line and Saha in the next line. How I can do it? I can put this, that is slash in. So that going to give the two names will be printed in two different lines. So I am printing this particular variable with line that contains Sriparna in one line, then in the next line Saha. So that will be printed. So let us go to the command prompt now. So in the command prompt, let me just run the code. That is, the code name is prog13.py. So just check now over here. So just let me open this in just a second. Just create. I'm just decreasing the size of the code such that two windows can be opened simultaneously. It will be easier for you to understand the code result. Right, so it has been opened. Now just check. Okay, so first letter was supposed to be S, right? So it has been 0 over here. First letter S printed correctly. Then length is 8y01. So whenever you are starting the length count will be start from 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So length is 8. Now I am joining the two strings and putting a blank between that. So full name printed correctly. Then this particular line has been printed. Then H is not found, right? H is not present in Sriparna. So it is not found. Now I'm inserting new line, that is Sriparna slash in Saha. So Sriparna in one line and Saha in the next line. Right? Now suppose I am making it suppose 3. Now so it should print now 0, 1, 2, 3, right? So P will be printed and making it name 2. So it will search H in the name 2, that is Shaha. So result should be found. So let me just save it and just check whether the result is obtained or not. Just check. So letter, so it will first letter, why it has been there first letter, as I haven't changed this particular part. So if I should have changed the third letter, this first should have been third, so it would be third here. I haven't checked, so that is I haven't changed. So the first is first like that. So P is the correct answer over here. Length is as it is, and then found whether yeah. So H is present in the Shaha, so it has been found and the insert a new line and the same result is there. So this is how you can manipulate strings using Python. So I hope you have liked this particular video and happy studying.